Hello, I am Kodili-nye, the son of the wonderful and the friend of the helper and the comforter. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, depending on your geographical location and your time zone. Returning subscribers, welcome back to the family, and the new subscribers, this is your home now, your new home of success. And the old subscribers, thank you for staying faith with us in this journey of success. Thank you very much once again. We are going to discuss issues, especially what is happening in Nigeria and the homeland. We're going to talk so much, and it's a discussion series and a reaction based on some comments, based on the other last few videos we made. We're going to talk much. So stay cool. I am wonderful. I believe that you are going to have a wonderful time. And thank you for all your support. Remember to like, remember to comment, remember to share this to your friends. Tell a friend and let a friend tell another friend. Share it to your meetings, wherever you meet. Let it be the discussion. And what we are going to talk is the recent discussion, the recent vlog, the recent video, where Soludo, the Anambra State governor, said that he has gotten approval to dualize the road from Awka, Amaobia via Agolo to Ekulobia, to Awka and the Imo State border. That's at Awka. So, and when he said that, a lot of people were shocked and the people were in amazement. And there was a lot of rattlings in the street, and people were discussing about it. In many discussions, people were reacting to that. Some people were saying a lot of things. Some people were saying maybe he's going to use this as a campaign tool, that he has stayed for 2 years in power, almost 2 years, and he was always talking, but not much actions. That they haven't seen much. You know, some people were actually very abusive of him. But we are going to look at some of the comments of those people that commented under this video, and we take it from there. I've read a lot of comments other places, and that's why we are doing this follow-up video or vlog to discuss and to interact with you and to discuss about that, what that will bring to bear. Before we continue, before we discuss further, I'm going to give you a little information. Remember, we are entertaining, we are informative, and we're also educative. So Anambra State is one of the 8 states in Nigeria, part of one of the 36 states in Nigeria. And it's in the eastern part of Nigeria. This is an area that is have very low poverty rate in Nigeria, and now, but have a lot of neglect from the central government of Nigeria. Because of how Nigeria work, Nigeria is a country that work in unfairness, injustice, and political and economic imprisonment. The people in Nigeria tend to be on their own from the political class, who actually fed on the commonwealth of the nation, and which most of the time they don't bother about the people in the streets, as there are a lot of problems in the country, but you see the politicians living in another world, driving so much flashy cars from the top to bottom. They are living as if nothing is happening, and people are basically suffering. Some people cannot even afford 3 square meal. But you look at the lavish lifestyle of politicians, what they budget themselves for their own families and friends, you'll be thinking, are these people meant to be there? So, but you are the judge, you are the one that to make a comment on that. But we are going to discuss about Anambra State. Anambra State, like a lot of the eastern Nigeria, has suffered so much neglect. Most of the roads there are in a bad state over the years. A lot of those roads are also federal roads, which are supposed to be 4-lane roads or 5 or 6-lane roads, but they were left like to be narrow, very narrow roads. And it has caused a lot of deaths, a lot of accidents, injuries, and it has actually destroyed the economy, not just the region, but also Nigeria. Because most of the traffic that goes there, they line up for 3-5 hours. A journey of 20 minutes, you end up spending like 4 hours on the road or 5 hours on the road, depending on the where you are going. So, and this has caused a lot of a lot of problems. Nigeria is supposed to have 6 regions, which in actual sense they're supposed to share the wealth of the nation on these 6 regions and these 36 states. In a way, allocating the infrastructure equally. But that's not the case. And this manifested so bad in the last administration of General Muhammadu Buhari, who completely annihilated the country by causing a lot of divisions, causing a lot of problems, and failed to manage the diversity of this country that has a lot of languages and a lot of people. So, and the economy has completely nosedived. Even at the moment, they said Nigeria economy is in coma. Unless it's revived, nothing happens. So, but that's not what we are discussing. We are going to discuss specifically about the issue of that the road. So, Anambra State has a border with Imo State. It has a border with Enugu State, with Kogi State, with Delta State, with Abia State, and partially with River State. So, but this state, the landmass is not that big. I think it's the second smallest state in Nigeria, meaning that it has a comparative advantage to have their roads, all of them built. But no, that's not the case because the federal government doesn't work like that. They actually, if they award 200 kilometers of road in one state in the north, so in Anambra State that has the kilometer is not that much, you find out that the roads are not being built, not to my knowledge. So, but one of the busiest roads in Nigeria, the Amaobia or Awka Amaobia to Oga Imo border, is one of the most busiest road in Nigeria. But this road was built by Alex Ekwueme during the Shagari administration. And it remained a single lane, and it's a federal road. So this road has actually stagnated the economy of not just Anambra State or Eastern Nigeria, but Nigeria. Because if that road is dualized to Imo border and Imo dualize their own to Owerri, it means that from Awka to Owerri will take you between 45 minutes to 1 hour. So, and it will open a lot of opportunities for people. And if they actually take the risk of putting also rail tracks on that, you can actually see what that place will look like. So over the years, there are a lot of politics that has gone in this road. During the regime of Peter Obi, some of us was thinking that as Peter Obi was, his village was along that road, that he would have actually dualized from at least from Awka or Amaobia to Agolo, making it 3 or 4 lanes. So, but actually he didn't. What he did is he built the bridge at the Agolo Lake, but remaining about the road, he actually maintained the road in some areas, but much was, he didn't take that opportunity. So now, Soludo has started discussing about these key roads since last year. So, and many people were thinking that Soludo seems to be talking a lot about things he wants to, big ambition, but not much on delivery. So people were saying that he keep on talking all this, refer as African Dubai, Taiwan, he always say, and a lot of things he was saying, but they have not seen actually the real Soludo. They have not seen him in action much on that. So that's why a lot of people started losing a lot of faith. They started losing faith in him because they were thinking that once he become a governor, that is a man with boldness that can actually do something that can actually change the state for good. But when he took over power, the first 6 months, they didn't see much from him. 1 year, he keep on talking. So recently, he started doing some of the roads, but they were looking at those roads, they were thinking that this is not Soludo's road compared to what he normally talk about. And the environmental situation has not actually that much improvement because the roads are still in a bad state. Because when you look at some of those key roads, even the one that he just finished, like the Niger road, you can see that Niger road also, there are a lot of rubbish there, and all those attachments on the building are still there. So, and this is supposed to be one of the key roads that he will use to beautify or to expand the economy of the state. So he did build the road, but the road is at this time I'm talking to you, if you go there, you'll be shocked how dirty and how sand has already covered the road that the contractor just finished a few weeks ago. So, and then we're also thinking that road should have been dualized because it would have marked a departure from what other governors were doing. That road, because it leads to the main market, should have been a 2 or 4 lane road. You know, taking it through main market and also through Zix Avenue, dualizing also Zix Avenue, joining to the Opi Worker, where he's also dualizing there and clearing the whole place. But they did not see much of this thing. So people were talking about that. When I talked to them, they said, even as of last night, I was talking to one of the top doctors in Anambra State. He said that Soludo has been a disappointment to them. So now, we are going to talk about his promise. Because in this channel, we like to hold people by their promise. Soludo's talked about dualizing of this Awka Amaobia via Agolo to Imo State border. And this is one of the key motorways he wanted to dualize, to make 4 lane or 6 lane, depending, and with a train track in future. So he talked about the 3-3 to Enugu border. He talked about Mpo to Abia State border, Werezukala to Noch in Abia State. So he talked about that. And some people also talking about that he also want to dualize, expand to 4 lane or 6 lane the Onicho Road to Idemili rivers. That some people were talking about that. He has not discussed that in the public, but he was thinking about rebuilding that road, making it 4 lane, which will also open the state. So now, can all this thing be done by him? So let's just look at some of the comments, some people reacting to that. One of them, this guy said, if Soludo managed to construct that dual lane from Awka, Amaobia to Imo State border, he will cripple P2B and Valentine Ozigbo in the next election, because that road will pass through Awka South, Anocha, Orumba, and Agwata local governments of Anambra State. So this person is commenting under this the last video. Is saying that if Soludo can do this, that in the next election it will be a walkover, because this person is foreseeing that P2B stroke Labour Party, that maybe the Labour Party will field Ozigbo, Valentine Ozigbo, so that Labour Party will be his main challenger. So basically, and he said that if he can do that road, that he will pass through Awka South, Anocha, which is the local government of P2B, that's Agro, Orumba, and Agwata. Agwata is also the local government area of Ozigbo, Valentine Ozigbo, and Soludo, Chukuma Soludo. So he said that it will be a walkover. I also do believe, although APC is not on the ground in Anambra State, but from what you are seeing happening in Nigeria, and because of lack of capacity by INEC and the corruption in the electoral process in Nigeria, APC that is not on the ground must also be watched, because as I heard some of the comment they were making is like they taking like Anambra State. Even when the people are not actually talking about APC. They are not actually in picture in Anambra State, but from what they are talking about, maybe they might be involving in their initial game. So, but all eyes must be on board so that Imo State scenario doesn't happen in Anambra State. That's what I'm just saying in parables. You know what I mean. So we must also be careful about that, so that we don't create instability, unnecessary instability in the politics. So basically, this person is 100% right. If Soludo can do this thing, he would have actually expanded the economy, created a future mega city of Anambra State, and a future eastern miracle, economic miracle, that will actually bring a lot of good news, not just to that area, but to Nigeria. Especially if he's bold enough, not just dualizing that road, but taking opportunity of getting it to like 4-lane, and making also provision where the train will pass through. So not just dualizing it and it become very narrow, but he has to be bold enough. But we'll continue talking about that. I would like also to hear your comment over that. I would like to hear you in the comment section as we continue to discuss this. I want to hear from you in the comment section. So if you have an idea about this, and I want to hear your comments over that. So I would have made this in live also, but we might, maybe part 2 might be live, so that I will be able to engage a lot more people, so that we can discuss much, because it's very, very important for us to be discussing, because the homeland must be livable and the homeland must be prosperous. A land that God has given us, a land of milk and honey, that we can only help to enjoy that milk and honey. So let's continue reading the comments. So this person said, my concern is that Soludo is employing poor poor standing road construction companies. Also, I am worried about the funding mechanism he has put in place. The execution of the existing contracts is very slow. Let him complete the roads already started. Even the Amaobia flyover has been moving very slowly. LSOT just began, but we are witnessing visible progress. Soludo is being constrained by political obligations. Political obligations. And let's see some reaction to that. And this person reacted, says, stop talking trash. Solution is doing well. A lot of road and work are under construction. Live solution for us. Okay, leave solution he want to write. I think he'll for us. The what is writing you cannot is difficult to read. I think he want to say is the best governor so far Anambra have for now. Obiano is failed. He said he's failed woefully. Help me to understand this anyway. I think he's saying Obiano is failed woefully. And this person said you cannot compare the magnitude of roads being done in Anambra and Abia State. And another person responded by saying, do you intend to say number of rows? Magnitude can be interpreted in many ways. It can imply significance. The governor of Abia is building a 6-lane road in Umuahia as well as Aba. The one in Aba is being built by Julius Berger. The road has become a swamp and refuge dump. Already significant progress is being made. The inner city roads are being constructed by Cranborg of South Africa. They are a first-class construction company. They built the runway of the Anambra airport. It is top quality. I've seen storm drainage being built. I have not seen any such in Anambra. Even the Onitsha Sakamori that Soludo has helped that is ridiculous. The canal looks like a village effort. It is still filled with trash. You know a person is serious when they commit substantive resources and delegate a job to a capable firm. Even the Amaobia flyover is a joke. It is so narrow. It doesn't make sense when you consider Anambra as exploding population and vehicular traffic. In 10 years' time, there will be hardly be a rural area in the state. Sorry, I think I'm finding it difficult to read some of this thing. I am not condemning the governor. As a citizen of Anambra State, I am demanding more. I know that he is capable. The problem is that our people see a governor as a monarch. They refuse to speak up. I know Oti's performance has caught his attention. The Enugu governor is also performing. He is addressing the water crisis with urgency and visible investment in the capital. Soludo must not allow psychophans to destroy his legacy. People berate Obiano, but his accomplishments are there to see. He built the flyovers in Awka as well as a host of bridges. He built the airport and conference center. He attracted a lot of private sector projects like Kochari's Farms and Mills, Awka Millennium City, Linden Farm, and more. He completed P2B's projects. He actually saved them because the initial contractors were horrible. I am speaking specifically about the Onitsha Mall and the Agolo Hotel. He didn't end well because he devoted state resources to politics and allowed refuge to take over the environment. If Soludo doesn't work harder, he will not accomplish as much as Obiano. He needs to maintain and in fact improve the airports and conference center. They seem abandoned. He also needs to repair the roads at the beautiful Harbour Industrial Estate built by P2B. The nice wide roads are now littered with potholes. That's I think we will respond to this because there are a lot of comments and replies to those comments by people, but this one is quite huge. So what this person is talking, I think he's making a lot of sense. He's talking about what the Soludo should be doing because of the timeline, the time left for him, because he has almost exhausted 2 years, and that 2 years he would have actually accomplished a lot if he would have faced the task squarely, not being distracted by anything. But he didn't. But now it's another chance for him. And this January, today is 10th. Today, 10th of January 2024. And you can see the time is also going. Because if he keep on delaying, he might not be able to accomplish much. That's what it means. Because time is of essence. There's no point of, you have a lot of time before, but suddenly allow those time to pass you by. So that's why it's very, very important. So he talked more of Obiano and the flyovers and this in Obiano did. But you can see that those flyovers has problems. Because the flyovers, one, is very, very narrow. Very, very archaic. Even those, the undernet of the flyovers is so narrow that in future, a responsible governor or government will have to do something about it to expand undernet, to do something that will try to alleviate the problem that flyover is causing there. Because the flyover is supposed to solve a problem, but it actually created some problem, because if you look at that type of flyover, you can see that it cannot be compared with any other flyover built in Imo State or in Lagos, because you're supposed to have a wider place under the flyover so that the cars will easily pass. Many cars will pass at the same time, but that's not the case. And on top of it as well, it's not wide enough, because you are dealing with a state with a very small land mass, but have a huge population. So when you are doing a flyover, you do a flyover that will have like 3 lanes in either side of it. That's what it should be. So 3 cars passing the same time, but 2 cars are even struggling to pass. It's too narrow. And also, he's supposed to have a footpath on that flyover where people can actually be walking on the left and right of that flyover, or people, that tourists that visit the state can stand and take nice pictures. He did not beautify the flyovers. I mean, Obiano, he left the flyover unkempt. The joiner, the thing that joined the flyovers together was not properly done. So you keep on like there are a lot of noise destroying people's cars. So although that they have repaired it recently, but by this new Soludo administration, but you can see that now Soludo took over. And most kudos to him. We must say also kudos to Obiano for daring to build flyover, because P2B did not do that in Awka. But the main thing is that when you want to do something, do it as if you are doing your own house. Because if you go to Soludo, Obiano's house, you see the house he built for himself is nice. So when you want to build something for Anambra State, you build something that, you know, on the class of Anambra citizen. Better infrastructure. Do it very nice. do it that thinking about the future. When you want to do a road, don't do the roads to be too narrow, so that tomorrow you start within 5 years the road will not be good anymore. It will not be fit for purpose. So now you can see that the effort have been made to beautify those flyovers, but still the structural design is very poor. So now the Amaobia flyover they commented about, I was also actually surprised that it looks like the Amaobia flyover might not be up to 3 lane. You know, it cannot accommodate 3 distance. It's like a 1 lane flyover. So meaning that if Soludo is going to dualize this, it means that he's not going to do in 4 lane. So it means that he might start doing another flyover there. So another problem might be created in Amaobia, because immediately he dualize that road, what will happen is that there will be problem in Amaobia, because it's supposed to have a situation where you have that flyover to be a bigger flyover, so that more cars, like three will be passing on top of the will be flying over or driving over it. So, and you know, there are a lot of mention about what is happening in Abia State. Yes, Abia State, to be frank, even to the opponents of the governor, they actually admire what he started doing. What he's doing that is not different from Soludo is that he's looking at time, he's hitting the ground running. That's why what he has actually achieved in 6 months cannot be compared to any governor that has been in power since. So that's exactly, and he knows the problem and he's tackling it immediately without talking that much. So he's going for it. He knows, like that here, this thing, he started dualizing it immediately. He didn't waste time. And one of the things you cannot deny him is that he give it to a capable contractors, not the ones that will be training on it. That's one of the comments they made, and that's exactly true. Because what is happening in Anambra State is that as Soludo is awarding some of those roles, he's giving it to contractors that are actually learning on the trade. They are actually learning. Some of them are new in the state. They don't have the equipment in the state, so they lack ability to mobilize. So, which will not help Anambra State. It will not actually help Soludo government in the actual thing. Like that Opiweka road dualization. If you would have given it to a proper construction company, you will see the difference. I think the contractor would have told him that let's get away all those slums, all those attachments around this thing, and make sure that those traders are not on that road. So they do a proper road, do a proper job. You will see the difference. Or even that Niger Drive, you can see even the pedestrian walkway was horribly done. And the road, instead of being a dual carriageway, is not being done like that. So I think he need to look at the people, the contractor, the construction firms. You know, is giving is awarding the contracts. So some of those key roles has to be given to a reputable company. Obiano did that with the airports, especially the runway. I would say that Obiano did a good job on road construction, because if he did the road, if he actually do anything on roads, Soludo will not be suffering this thing he's suffering. This challenge he's facing will not have happened, because Obiano actually have the opportunity to dualize the Awka to Enugu border on that expressway, which he promised he didn't do. The Awka 33 to Otuocha, that was in his budget for 3 or 4 times. He not even bother to do that, even to repair the road. He didn't. He just abandoned it, completely abandonment. So what Soludo need at this time, responding to what the comments people had made here, is to start today, as he listening to this video, let him know that the time is moving. And the time is moving fast. The time is not on his side. He has to hit the ground running now. As he has said that this year, 2024, is a year of changing gear, agenda, transformative agenda. So let him start immediately to change the gear. Let him not keep on waiting tomorrow, talking about it. Change the gear. Governor Soludo, change the gear now. The people are saying change the gear now. Change the gear. There's no time. Some people are even saying about that within some few months, the rainy season will come again. Most of the roads will be left like that. That a lot of the roads and project has been already abandoned. They mentioned quite a lot. I know that a lot has been abandoned. I know quite a lot of the projects that was awarded that was abandoned. I know the drug, the market he's building in Awka. That one has been abandoned for months. Even the weeds have taken over that place. The government house is suddenly now they started working strongly on it. It was like at the time, it was like abandoned. Or a little skeletal service was going on there. So the roads in Ugwagba stroke Awada to the army barracks Ukebu, POP, St. Peter Road, Ugwagba. That one has been abandoned. The contractor was doing the drainage for almost a year. Nothing. And the fillers was saying that it seems that they cancelled the contract or something. But nothing has been done there. Only that they leveled the road. People were celebrating. Hailing Soludo. Because those people has not seen a good road in that area. And that place has up to 2 million population. Awada Ugwagba to this Ubolo Obosi. And if you look at that, the commissioner of wars of Anambra State, Ifeanyi Okoma, is from Obosi. So you'll be thinking that he will be pressuring much, you know, telling Soludo, let's get the right people, or putting pressure on the contracting firm. Maybe some people are saying that maybe they were not paid. That's why they are doing it so slow like that. Because even Soludo said that when he went there, that the job would be done quickly. But nothing. So there are many other roads that it seems that they are doing it slow and, you know, some of these things. And he has not been able to solve any of these challenges that are facing the Anambra State. Like the sanitation, the environment in Onitsha and all those things. It's still, after 2 years, almost 2 years, it's still even worse because the roads are being littered by rubbish and sand dunes on the street and open drainage here and there. Even it's encouraging open drainage, which in this 21st century is not what you'll be encouraging because that one is too expensive to maintain an open drainage. Very expensive. And it also creates environmental problems. A lot of things, health issues, health and safety issues. So it made the cities to look archaic. And you look at the face of those major roads, the attachments are still there. Removal attachment, immediately you award those roads, the attachment is part of it. You remove the attachment on the, you know, ban that any house that attachment is found, a real punitive action will be taken to that landlord or business concern. Something like 200,000 fine, you know. So that's what should be done. So, but notwithstanding, you can see that the comments of the people are huge. A lot of them are talking almost the same thing. But I think next time we are going to do this, the part 2 of this, we are going to, you know, read about other comments. And we are going to do it at least live. Maybe we'll come back live so that you can, many people will be able to respond to what we are talking about. Because lots of people want Soludo to succeed. And for Soludo to succeed, he must have the confidence of the people in the street. Like the Alex Seoti of Abia State has just done. He was able to carry the confidence of the people in the street. So it cannot go wrong. But Soludo is being faced with trust issue. You know, his image was battered because of some mistakes here and there. So, and this year offered him another chance to rebuild that image. Because when you have an image of people think you can perform, and suddenly 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, you are not able to do anything much. I'm telling you, people will be having doubt anymore because they think that you can perform. And suddenly they saw somebody that from nowhere, he came into the scene and he started performing. And suddenly you are struggling to join the chorus. So, for those that are doubting if he will do that road, I think it's in his best interest to do that road. But it should not be done like he's doing other roads in the States. Because if he does like that, that road will not go anywhere. It will be even worse than, worse off. So he must also look at that and see what he need to do. And he need to do it as quick as possible. In this channel, we normally say that any project must have a timeline. And it must be pursued. A vision must have a timeline. You must pursue it aggressively. You must also be passionate about it. If you are not passionate about it, you are just talking about it, it's of no use. So that's what we are discussing. But we continue to talk about that. Remember, we are discussing about the Soludo recent pronouncement over Awka to Amaobia to Oga, Imo State border, dualization of road, federal road. So, but we will not stop here. We will have to have part 2 or part or part B. This is the first part of this discussion. We will see if we can have a live discussion on this. I hope that you will join us. Remember to subscribe to this channel. Remember to like. Remember to comment. Come to the comment section and we continue discussing. I am Kodili-nye, the son of the wonderful. I do believe you must have enjoyed our discussions. And thank you for your support. And remember to share this vlog. I would like to see you in the next video. God bless you. Have a wonderful time. I am Kodili-nye. Bye.